Song 6 and Chapter 6 Summary. To ensure an appropriate remedy, philosophy asks Boethius several questions. He believes that God is in control of his creation, that God is the source of all things, and that man is a mortal, reasoning creature. However, he has not applied the former belief to his circumstances and has forgotten the goal of creation and, most serious of all, even his own identity. Thus, he is confused and upset at his exile, wrongly believing the wicked are blessed and that his misfortunes are random. Even though these beliefs would kill him, his belief in God's sovereignty is a spark that can be fanned into flame and bring him back to life. Philosophy will work slowly and gently to this purpose. Song 6. All things have their necessary order. He who to the unwilling furrows gives the generous grain, when the sun with summer scorching parches all the plain, he will find his cupboard bare, acorns for his scanty fare. Go not forth to pick sweet violets from the hillside steep, while the furious blasts of winter through the valleys sweep, nor the grape too quickly bring to the press in days of spring. For to each thing God has given its appointed time. No perplexing change permits he in his plan sublime. So who leaves his rightful place surely falls into disgrace. Chapter 6. First, then, will you let me attempt to test the state of your mind by a few questions, so I can learn the best way to cure you? Ask anything you want, I replied, for I will answer whatever questions you choose to ask. So she said, This world of ours, do you think it is governed haphazardly and randomly, or do you believe that any rational guidance rules over it? No, I answered, I could never think that such fixed motions can be determined by chance. But I know that God the Creator presides over his work, nor will the day ever come that will drive me from clinging to the truth of this belief. Yes, she agreed, you just now affirmed it in song, lamenting that human beings alone had no portion in the divine care. As to the rest, you were unshaken in the belief that they were ruled by reason. Yet I marvel deeply how, in spite of your firm hold on this opinion, you have sunk into sickness. But let's probe more deeply, for something is missing, I think. Now, tell me, since you don't doubt that God governs the world, do you perceive how he rules it? I barely understand what you mean, I retorted, much less can I answer your question. Did I not say truly that something is missing, by which, as through a breach in the ramparts, disease has crept in to disturb your mind? But tell me, do you remember the universal purpose all nature aims at? I did hear once, I admitted, but sorrow has dulled my memory. And yet you know where all things have proceeded from? Yes, I do know that, I concurred, and have answered that it is from God. Yet how can you be ignorant of the purpose of existence when you understand its source and origin? However, even though these disturbances of mind have the power to shake a man's position, they cannot pluck him up and root him altogether out of himself. But answer this also, please. Do you remember that you are a man? How could I not? I replied. Then can you define what man is? Are you asking whether I know myself to be a being possessing reason and subject to death? Surely I know and confess that I am. Then she asked, Do you know anything else that you are? No, nothing. Now, she concluded, I know another cause of your disease, and one of grave importance. You no longer know your own nature. So, then, I have uncovered both the causes of your sickness as well as the means of restoring your health. Forgetfulness of yourself has bewildered your mind, and so you have bewailed yourself as an exile, as one stripped of the blessings he used to enjoy. You think abominable and wicked people are happy and powerful because you don't know the purpose of existence. And because you have forgotten how the earth is governed, you think that fortune's changes ebb and flow without a guiding hand restraining them. These are serious enough to cause not only sickness, but even death. But thanks be to the author of our health, the light of nature has not yet abandoned you. In your true judgment concerning the world's government, in that you believe it is subject not to the random drift of chance, but to divine reason, we have the spark of your potential recovery. Do not be afraid, then. These weak embers will once more kindle the heat of life inside you. But because the time for strong remedies has not yet come, and because the mind is clearly formed in such a way that when it casts off true opinions, it immediately puts on false, from which a cloud of confusion arises that disturbs its true vision, I will now try and disperse these mists by mild and soothing remedies. And so scatter the darkness of misleading passion and open your eyes to the splendor of the true light.